Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Peace, family. This is your brother, Mr. Holipsism. I was online and I was doing some research on the concept of manifest destiny. And I looked it up and it said manifest destiny is a term for the attitude prevalent during the 19th century period of American expansion that the United States not only could, but was destined to stretch from coast to coast. This attitude helped fuel Western settlement, Native American removal, and war with Mexico. So in short, the Western Europeans said, this is our shit. You're not holding it right. To the Native Americans, and they went to war to expand the territory. In other words, our manifest destiny is to control America. We're going to own this. This is our land. So my question was, and I asked this question on Facebook, and of course, I got a lot of likes, but I didn't get any real responses except from the choir, because, you know, I'm usually preaching to the choir. So my B.A.I.O. people responded. My question was, since Africa is not on the table for Captain America Negroes, then what is the manifest destiny for black people here in America? Now, this is an important question, and I hope that a lot of people who are with this "we can do it here" and nation within a nation camp can answer this question, because I really want to know, what is your manifest destiny for our people here in America? Because my manifest destiny is an independent nation state on the continent, and once that's up and running and established, direct trade with our brothers and sisters here in America, so that maybe we can have what, you know, the Captain America Negro claims that they want, which is a functional black community, a real community. The thing I don't understand is that I have no problem with strong communities and successful communities here in America. I mean, I've never stated that I'm for every one of us to get up and go to Africa. My only position is, and which I think is the rational, reasonable position, is the vast majority of us can stay right here doing what we're doing. You can work at your job, work for, you know, a white corporation, get a salary, maybe start a business and you know, have to deal with being squeezed out of the markets, you know, that you're trying to participate in, or the industries that you're trying to participate in, and struggling and doing what we normally do, what we've been doing in this country, trying to exist in a hostile environment as second and third class citizens and try to map out an existence for ourselves and our families individually. I have no problem with that. What I don't understand is, why are you against the concept of a small demographic of that 44 million black people here in America, about 2 to 5%, going to the continent as pioneers and nation builders to establish that independent nation state? I really don't understand why that's a problem. I've heard, you know, and this is the thing, I want to dig deeper into this, because when I ask what your manifest destiny is, it means, what is your goal? What's your end game? What's your vision for our people? Now, if you want to stay here in America, obviously you're not going to have your own government. Obviously, black folks will never have their own government. Black folks will never control any aspect of the infrastructure. Will never control the roads and the highways. Will never control the gas and the electricity infrastructure. Will never control the power grids. Will never control the communication systems. Um, We'll never control the irrigation system. We can't utilize our best and our brightest to build our own infrastructure because you don't want your own infrastructure. You want to leave the infrastructure in the hands of the white man because I guess you feel the white man is more capable of holding power than you are. This is what I don't understand about the whole we can do it here shit. Because let's have a little dose of reality. You're never going to have a nation within a nation inside of America. It's not going to happen. You can't even have a compound in America outside of the jurisdiction of America. We've had Black Wall Street. We've had Waco. I use those two, Black Wall Street for black folks and Waco for white folks. Both of them got burned down to the ground. It's not going to happen. Now, you can't exist in this country as a part of the American society and have a functional community. That's doable. But the question you have to ask yourself is, if you take Africa out of the equation, how are you going to have that? Because I know everybody's thinking that, oh, we got to, you know, we got to get together. We got to keep the black dollar in the black community, and we got to buy black businesses and have a black first consciousness and da 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 da, which sounds great. I mean, that's a tremendous pitch. It sounds wonderful. But let's ask ourselves a question. Since we've gotten out of slavery, since chattel slavery is ended, and during segregation, we actually managed to have our own, and then we threw that away because we wanted to be integrated. Are you saying that the ultimate thing that black folks can do in this country is work for white folks? Because you're not going to control any industries in this country. The vast majority of the money that we make is from salary. It's not really from industry because we don't control the industry. Yes, we need more black businesses, but there's an issue with that. The majority of people don't want to have a business. The majority of people want to work. And the only way that you're going to employ people is by controlling industries. Because I've already shown statistics that the majority of black businesses are they don't even have employees on the payroll. A lot of it is paid off the books, and a lot of the businesses are businesses for self, like businesses that sole proprietorships. It's not a lot of black corporations that's hiring a lot of black people. So what exactly is your vision? Because in my vision, I see black folks having an independent nation state. I see black folks controlling land. I see black folks controlling every aspect of infrastructure. I see black folks using their best and their brightest to develop emerging technologies to help them with their infrastructure, to help them with their economy. I see jobs created by the building of the nation. This is what I see as the end game for black African people here in America. Their own independent nation state, because not every Jew is in Israel. Not all Jewish people are in Israel, but Jews support Israel. So why can't black people here in America support a nation state on the continent? You don't have to go anywhere. You can stay right where you are, doing what you're doing, but at least you have a base of operations that's outside of the jurisdiction of the United States, and you can send your best and your brightest to build that land up. And once that land is built up, you have a trade partner that you can deal with directly. How does that not help you in your goal to integrate into American society and become a functional black community? Which is, what I imagine that that's your end game and that's your manifest destiny for black folks, to be American. I mean, am I wrong? Am I right? Holler at me, because I get very conflicting, views from people who say they want to do it right here in America. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, do it right here in America? Aren't we doing it right now? And what's the results? We got individuals becoming rich, but we don't have communities becoming rich. We don't have a situation where we are mobilizing and networking and building up the collective. It's just a few people through their own personal tenacity and resources, mental and physical and whatever, who are able to achieve certain success here in America, or luck, or cooning, whatever you want to do it. I don't really put a judgment value on it, but I just say, is that the goal? Is the goal to be the mouse in the house of rich white folks? Is that the goal? Because I'm sorry, but I can't get with that goal. And what I'm proposing, or what I envision, is so doable and it benefits everybody. Even if you are anti-Africa, don't want to step one foot on the continent, it still benefits you. So if you can, leave your comments in the comment section, and let me know, what is your manifest destiny for black folks? What do you feel is our destiny in the future? What do you see us as? When you look and you envision black folks in the future, what do you see? I would love to hear it, and I especially would love to hear it from who I label as Captain America Negroes, who want to do it right here, have a nation within a nation, don't want nothing to do with Africa. I especially want you to answer that. All right? So I'll talk to you good people later. Peace.